Dale Carnegie's timeless classic opens with a question we've all pondered. How can we truly connect with people and build meaningful relationships? Carnegie reveals that the secret to success, whether in business, family, or social circles, lies in how we treat and relate to others. This isn't a guide to manipulation or gimmicks. It's a blueprint for creating genuine respect, fostering appreciation, and building understanding. Through practical, timeless lessons, Carnegie offers tools to not just win friends, but to deepen and enrich your relationships in ways that leave a lasting impact. Get ready to discover insights that transform how you connect with others, making every interaction more meaningful and fulfilling. Lesson 1. The secret power of genuine interest. What if I told you that the easiest way to connect with someone isn't by talking about yourself, but by genuinely caring about them? People are drawn to those who make them feel seen, heard, and valued. Showing genuine interest in others can unlock opportunities and create bonds that last. Imagine this. Joe, a businessman, attends a busy networking event. Most people are hustling to promote themselves, handing out business cards, and rehearsing their elevator pitches. But Joe takes a different approach. When he meets Susan, instead of talking about his company, he asks about hers. What excites you about your work? Joe asks with a warm smile. Susan begins to share, hesitantly at first, but Joe listens closely. He nods, asks thoughtful follow-up questions, and truly engages with her story. She talks about a recent career milestone and a tough obstacle she overcame. Joe doesn't just nod. He shares a similar story he's heard, showing empathy and understanding. A week later, Joe gets an unexpected email. It's from Susan. She's offering a chance to collaborate, a major opportunity for Joe's company. When they reconnect, Susan says, "At that event, you were the only person who truly seemed to care about me, not just the business." The takeaway. 1. Ask open-ended questions, like, what excites you most about your work? 2. Listen actively. Avoid interrupting, and show you're engaged through your expressions and responses. 3. Remember the details. Bringing up small things they've shared later shows you truly care. The next time you meet someone, resist the urge to impress them with your story. Instead, let them shine. You'll be amazed at how much they'll appreciate and remember you. Lesson 2. The transformative power of a smile. Never underestimate the power of a genuine smile. It's simple, effortless, and yet it has the ability to create warmth, dissolve tension, and foster connection. A sincere smile signals kindness, openness, and approachability, qualities that draw people in and make them feel valued. Even in difficult situations, a smile can transform hostility into harmony. Imagine Jim, a disgruntled factory worker, stuck in a place where every day felt like a battle. His boss was known for being distant and cold, barking orders without so much as a kind word. The factory floor was gloomy, and the workers were disengaged. One day, the boss decided to try something radical. He chose to smile. After reading about the impact of a warm demeanor, he greeted the workers that morning with a cheerful, "Good morning," and a genuine smile. For the first time, his face radiated friendliness rather than authority. At first, the workers were surprised. Could this be the same man? But as the day went on, the boss continued to smile, showing warmth in every interaction. Jim, who once dreaded coming to work, couldn't help but feel noticed and appreciated for the first time. A smile costs nothing but can mean everything. Here's how you can harness its power. 1. Start every interaction with a smile. It instantly creates a sense of goodwill and approachability. 2. Be sincere. A fake smile can do more harm than good. Let it come from a place of genuine warmth. 3. Smile even in challenging moments. It's not about ignoring the problem, but creating an environment of positivity and collaboration. The next time you're in a room, remember, your smile is your superpower. Use it to brighten someone's day, build bridges, and leave a lasting impression. Lesson 3. The magic of remembering names. What's the sweetest sound to someone's ears? Their own name. It's more than just a label. It's a symbol of identity, respect, and recognition. Remembering and using someone's name shows them that they matter, creating an instant connection and leaving a lasting impression. Picture this. Sarah walks into a crowded conference. She feels like just another face in the sea of attendees. Then, someone approaches her with a warm smile and says, "Hi, Sarah. It's great to see you again." Instantly, Sarah feels noticed and valued. That simple act, remembering her name, makes her day, and sets the tone for a meaningful interaction. Using someone's name isn't just polite, it's powerful. Whether you're meeting someone for the first time or reconnecting after months, addressing them by name makes them feel seen and respected. Remember, a name is more than just a word. It's a key to winning hearts and creating lasting connections. Use it wisely. Lesson 4. Make people feel important. Here's a truth that can change your life. Everyone longs to feel valued. When you make others feel important, you tap into a powerful force that wins hearts, builds loyalty, and transforms relationships. Imagine the genius of Charles Schwab, one of the greatest steel tycoons in history. Schwab didn't rely on shouting orders or pointing out flaws to motivate his workers. Instead, he mastered the art of appreciation. One day, Schwab visited a factory where the workers were underperforming. Did he scold them or issue threats? Not at all. He grabbed a piece of chalk, bent down, and wrote 6 on the floor. Curious, the night shift workers asked what it meant. Schwab explained that it was the number of tasks completed by the day shift. By the next morning, 7 was chalked onto the floor. The night shift had worked harder to surpass the day shift. Schwab didn't just motivate his workers, he made them feel noticed and appreciated. That small gesture ignited a sense of pride and purpose. The takeaway: everyone craves recognition and respect. When you genuinely make others feel important, you unlock their potential and earn their trust. Lesson 5. Stop criticizing and start understanding. Criticism might seem like the quickest way to address a problem, but it rarely works. In fact, it usually means worse. Instead of solving issues, it creates tension, defensiveness, and resentment, like trying to get honey by kicking over a beehive. You'll get stung every time. Take the story of Two Gun Crowley, a dangerous criminal involved in a deadly shootout with the police. Despite his actions, Crowley didn't see himself as the bad guy. He wrote, "Under my coat is a weary heart, but a kind one." Even someone as violent as Crowley justified his behavior. This illustrates Carnegie's point. People rarely blame themselves when criticized. They defend themselves instead. If criticism doesn't work, what does? The recipe for understanding. Instead of criticism, seek to understand. Pause and ask why someone acted the way they did. When you try to understand, you foster empathy and open the door to better communication. Lesson 6. Spark the desire in others. If you want to win people over, stop focusing on what you want and start focusing on what they want. People are naturally motivated by their own desires, and when you help them achieve those, they're much more likely to support you. Here's a story to illustrate this. Ralph Waldo Emerson and his son were trying to get a stubborn calf into the barn. Emerson pulled, and his son pushed, but the calf refused to budge. It was only thinking about what it wanted, staying in the pasture. Along came their Irish housemaid. She didn't try force or struggle. Instead, she thought about what the calf wanted. Gently, she let the calf suck on her finger and calmly led it into the barn without resistance. The moral? When you approach others with their desires in mind, you inspire cooperation instead of conflict. How to apply this lesson? Think from their perspective. What truly motivates this person? Communicate benefits. Show how your idea or request helps them. Be empathetic. Genuinely care about their goals and challenges. For example, if you want your employees to perform better, link their success to their personal goals, like growth or recognition. Lesson 7. Don't always be Mr. Right. One of the fastest ways to make enemies is by starting a conversation with, "I'm going to prove you wrong." It's like saying, "I'm smarter than you, and I'm here to set you straight." That attitude doesn't just alienate, it practically guarantees resistance. Here's a fascinating thought. If you could be right just 55% of the time, you could make a fortune on Wall Street. So if you can't even bank on that slim majority, why insist on pointing out when others are wrong? The truth is, telling someone they're wrong, whether with words, tone, or even a raised eyebrow, does more harm than good. It's an attack on their intelligence, judgment, and pride. It stings their self-respect, making them dig in their heels and strike back. Picture this. Harold Reinke, a car dealer from Montana, found himself constantly butting heads with unhappy customers. His hard-nosed approach fueled tempers, drove away business, and made everything worse. Then, Harold tried something different. Instead of doubling down, he softened his stance, saying, "Our dealership has made so many mistakes that I'm often embarrassed. We might have messed up in your case. Please tell me about it." This small shift worked wonders. Customers who came in angry left feeling heard. They became more reasonable, even thankful for his understanding. 2 of them were so impressed they brought friends in to buy cars. The lesson? You'll never lose by admitting you might be wrong. It diffuses arguments, earns respect, and often inspires the other person to be just as fair and open-minded. It's not about surrendering. It's about connecting. And that's how you truly win.